Hey y'all, it's Scarlett, and believe it or not, I'm back. Jeez, I feel like I am letting y'all down so bad with not posting my content consistently, but I don't really have a choice right now because life is happening. So anyway, I'm uploading a video as I'm filming, and I have several ideas for videos. I went to Cuddle Dragon's house last weekend. I'm going to Cuddle Dragon's house this weekend. Last weekend was Community Day for Pokemon Go. This weekend is his birthday. So I am a busy little bee. And also my nephew has a science project due in a week. I'm freaking out about that, trying to get it done. Just a lot of life happening. A lot of life. Okay, so, alright, I'm really going to hope that this video is taken in the way that it is meant to be taken. And I know that's a horrible preface, but just bear with me. Paula from A Beauty Guru Made Me Do It. She did a video a couple of days ago that was, and I'm going to prop you guys up a little bit more because I feel like I'm just not in frame the way I want to be. There we go. That's much better. And I can go down a little bit too. I have my Transformer chair back. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, it's my bigger power chair that does a lot more things than the one I was using. The one I was using is kind of a spare, and it's really just like a chair on wheels. It doesn't really do anything. This one, the footrest raise up, the back goes back and reclines, the seat goes up and down. So lots of awesome features, and it's much better on my back. Speaking of my back, I am going to, okay, yes, get a little more reclining going on since I'm not going anywhere and not sitting where anybody's going to be behind me and trying to get by. Okay, so Paula recently did a video about a look that she was asked about, and the 3 products that she used are discontinued. So she used two NYX eyeshadows that are no longer available, and she used a Stila glitter that has been discontinued. Beautiful look, okay? Beautiful, beautiful look. Loved it. Wanted to recreate it. And I was like, but how am I going to do that? Because those 2 shadows were discontinued, and I don't have the Stila glitters either. I haven't bought any of the Stila glitters. And so I was like, well, let me shop my stash and see what I can find. And in that vein, I am a helpful person. I try to be helpful to other people. So if anybody else who doesn't have the Stila glitter in Sea Siren is what it was called. If you don't have that, I have a couple of alternatives for you that you can use. And I will link Paula's video down below. It may not be linked right when I upload this because I do have to have access to a laptop or Chromebook in order to do my description the way that I want to. I can't copy links on my phone into the description box, or if I can, I don't know how. So yeah, maybe that's just a feeling on my part. I don't know. I feel like this is all wumpity. Yeah, that's a word. That's totally a word. Wumpity. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. Whatever. It's because I haven't had my medicine yet. It's early. But if you were also disappointed, if you watched that video and you were also disappointed that you didn't have those products, or that you don't have the Sea Siren glitter, then I just wanted to like allay your fears, because you can still get that gorgeous look as long as you have these products or something similar to these. I mean, you can always shop your stash and find something, but I just wanted to show you what I found personally in my stash. So the first thing that I thought about, and I'm not going to recreate her look on my eyes. I felt like that would be going a little bit too far, because I don't want to redo her video. I want to be very respectful. She had a beautiful, wonderful look. Her artistry was great. I want to compliment her. This is not about stealing her idea or anything like that. She gets full credit, 100% credit. This is just about helping you recreate her look because it was beautiful. So I'm going to swatch the stuff on my hand instead of putting it on my eye and letting you see how it looks. because if you watch that video, you know what her look was like, and you can recreate it. And if you didn't, then follow the link in the description box and go watch it, because she's awesome. Okay, so the first palette I thought about was the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. This is my favorite palette that I own. This is my absolute favorite palette. And it's not just because Cuddle Dragon bought it for me. It's... this palette gives me life. Like when I'm feeling sad or depressed or whatever, this palette. I just play in this palette and life is worth living again. I know that sounds dramatic, but I am teasing. Okay, so the color that I thought about was this one. It's row 2, first shade. And it's this really pretty pink shade. It's not quite as neon as hers looked in the pan. But when she did the look on her eyes, the colors that were in the pan, or the colors that, the way they looked in the pan, they looked more muted on her eyes. So this is the first shade. That's the pink. And I think it looks pretty close to how it looked on her eyes. If you disagree, let me know. Let me know if I'm like totally off base here. And the second color that I thought about to match the purple that she did is this one right here. It's the last row, the top one. So top colors. So that makes it a little bit easier to find them in this palette, since it is not labeled for colors. And my camera is dying. So I'm going to, what? Sorry. Going to plug it in. There we go. Now it's not going to die. Okay, so I'm going to hold up both my fingers so I don't do a rude gesture to anybody. But this is the purple. I'm going to swatch it next to the pink. And then after I get done showing you these, I'll tell you, if you didn't watch the video, I'll tell you like how she did the look. So there's the pink. And there's the purple. That purple didn't swatch well, and that was my fault. It was, I didn't get enough on my finger. It wasn't the eyeshadow's fault. User error. So there's the purple and the pink. And then she used Sea Siren, which is a beautiful duochrome. It's like a pink with like a blue, green, like an opal shift is the impression I got. This is Psych from Ulta Beauty. I don't know if you can even read that. But yeah, it's Ulta Beauty brand. It is one of their glitter cream eyeshadows. Color. It's like, actually, I spelled it wrong when I was recommending it to somebody. Why is that not wanting to show up? Like, I don't know. Anyway, Psych. P-S-Y-C-K. And it's got an exclamation point. I'm pretty sure they still sell these because I got this pretty recently. And anyway, this is the way it looks. And I think the glitter in this, it's like glittery. It's not like an iridescent like the Sea Siren is. I mean, it's full on glitter in here, but I think it will give you the same effect. And that's really what we're going for. So there is Sea Siren. Once it dries, you can see it a little bit better. Or maybe you can't. I don't know. My camera is not wanting to focus today. But anyway, I don't know if you can. You can't really even see the glitter in my camera. But if you look in here, you can see the glitter. Like, there's a lot of glitter in there. Maybe, hold on. All right, I'm going to try this. Woo, I have a light. Okay. That's showing up a little bit better. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. You can see the sheen on it. Even if you can't really tell what color the glitter is. Anyway, take my word for it. You can look it up online. You can go to the store maybe and find out. I'm not sure they carry these in all the stores. My store is not a great store. It doesn't have a lot of stuff in stock. You have to order a lot of stuff online. But I feel like this is a decent dupe for Sea Siren. It's not perfect, and it probably won't give you the exact look you're going for, but it'll be probably as close as you can get without actually using Sea Siren. So there are those. And also I'm going to put a little teensy bit of this on top of the pink, so you can see how that looks. And do it without blending away all the pink. There we go. All right. So what Paula did is she put this in her crease and on her lid. Then she did a purple in the outer corner, the outer V, to deepen it up. And then she put Sea Siren on her lid over the pink. It was gorgeous. And so there is what Sea Siren looks like over the pink. I don't know if you can really even tell. I kind of feel like I'm failing at this, but just kind of take it with a grain of salt, or, you know, just accept that my camera is not going to do justice to this eyeshadow. But that is option number 1. And then option number 2 that I thought about was the Ooh La La palette from ColourPop. Let's see. Yeah. The Ooh La La palette from ColourPop. I feel like I'm at a weird angle. Am I at a weird angle? Is that what's going on? Like, camera weird? I don't know. Okay, that's a little bit better. I would do this shade here called Sandbar. Yeah. Okay, I always get confused about what color is where based on the back, you know, like how they're listed on the back. Anyway, okay, so this is Sandbar, and then this is Caddy. And I'm going to swatch these for you so that you can see them, because I don't know if you have this palette or not. If not, it is still available. And last time I checked, they were having a sale on ColourPop. I could not participate in that sale because still on my no-buy. And actually, this pink might be a better dupe for the color she used, but I don't know. This is a shop my stash, try to duplicate the look with what you got kind of video, so take it as it is. I'm not crazy about this purple. Actually, I'm not crazy about this entire palette, because I don't know about y'all, but to me, it feels like these pinks and reds are very grainy and very rough textured, and I don't like that. I haven't used this palette a whole lot since I got it, because just swatching, let's see, Sandbar and Caddy, like, you know, try not to blind you. Here, let me try this. Yeah, okay, that's better grip for me. Just swatching Sandbar and Caddy, those are grainy to me, and then this one, Trove, is also grainy, and I just don't like the texture of them. So I have not used this palette very much, as you can see. No dips, just very little stuff in there. And this one, Tickled, it broke. It totally fell out. Because these are magnetic pans, and I think I dropped the palette maybe, and it came out, and drama. But actually, Tickled is the color out of this palette that I wanted to swatch for you, because I think it may be a more subdued version of Sea Siren or Psych. And if you want a slightly less foiled look, I think it would be a good option. But I am going to, I'll do it dry, and then I'll do it with setting spray so that you can see what your options are. Okay, so here is Tickled done dry. And it's kind of almost like an overshadow anyway. Like a topper shade. Can you even freaking see that? Like, you can see a little bit. Let me try to get a little more on there. Let's see. I think I spread out my swatches too much, but I can't help it because I want you to see what they're going to look like on your eyes. But anyway, it looks very similar to Psych. I think you can see now that it's dry, you can see a little more of that opalescence in Psych. But this one is a little bit of a lighter pink, a more pearly pink than Psych is. So, I don't know if that's a deciding factor for you. And now I'm going to use some setting spray with that. And because I am doing this with my fingers, I'm just going to spray my finger. Because why not? Right? There we go. Okay. So, alright. Here is the way. Ooh. That is... Setting spray has an interesting texture. It feels a little slimy, but see, to me, that looks more a little bit darker, a little more like Psych. So I would probably foil it. I'd probably wet it to put it on there. And then also I'm going to dip back into Tickled. I don't really care if I mess it up that much because I'm not crazy about this palette. My finger is still a little bit moist from that setting spray. And if you have a problem with that word, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't get the issue with that word. It's a word. Like personally, I want my cakes and my desserts and things like that to be moist. So why is that a bad word? Okay, so I'm putting it over the pink. And then I'm going to go back. I still have some on my finger. And I'm going to just extend that swatch. But that's what it looks like foiled over the pink. So it makes a beautiful base for it. It really does. I'm not sure if they intended that when they made the palette. But it is really pretty. So those are options. And then also another color I thought about. I'm going to wipe my hand off on my little Ulta towel that I use to take off my makeup. Just FYI, if you get setting spray on your hand, it feels gross. Like, it's very slippery. I don't know. It's very weird. Very slippery. Okay, so another color that I thought about that you could use would be this color here from the Deuce palette. It is Custard. If you don't like the darkness of these purples that I have, you could use that shade because it is a little closer to the one Paula used. Personal taste, I probably would have wanted a little more difference. I can't think of the word, contrast, I guess. Or I just would have wanted it to be a little more obvious that my outer corner was darker. And that probably comes from me having these tiny little eyes. You know, I have to do a little more drama to make them stand out. Paula has these big, beautiful eyes and so much lid space, and I'm so jealous. I have these tiny little eyes. So this color is probably closer to the purple she used, Custard, from the Deuce palette. And it would probably give you the effect a little bit more than the darker purples that I picked. So that is also an option. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It was not meant in any disrespectful way. It was meant to help people out if they wanted to recreate her look and didn't have what she had. And I wanted to try to use palettes that I thought were pretty mainstream. I mean, Brazil is very readily available. Ooh La La is very readily available. Deuce is very readily available. I'm not sure what other pink you could use besides, like, to go with the Deuce, besides the two pinks that I showed you. I hesitate to recommend one from the Born to Run palette because nobody likes those pinks and they're a little bit dark. But if you can think of any more dupes for the colors that she chose to make her look, please let me know. Put them in the comments down below. And I am going to let her know that I made this video. I don't really know how you tag people, but I'm going to look into it. And if not, I'm just going to like leave a comment on her video and be like, hi, if you want to watch this, please do so. And if you find it disrespectful, I'll totally take it down. So, let's keep our fingers crossed she doesn't find it disrespectful. And I hope that you've enjoyed it. I just wanted to basically compliment her and give her some kudos for that look and kind of give you guys some options if you don't have what she had, because I didn't, and show you what I'm using instead. So I will catch you guys later. I hope that you are doing well. Hope that you are keeping sickness at bay. And I will see you in my next video. And I hope that you're well until then. Bye.